everybody, and welcome back to another episode. It's great to have you here with me as always, and I can inspire you and make your day that little bit better, and support you throughout your day, and hope that my words will resonate with you and that you'll get value out of them, and feel that the day is not going to go as badly as you might think it is, or you might feel just uplifted to support a good day that you may already be having. But if you're not, then I really do hope that what I have to say will support you and make you feel a lot better throughout your day, as that's what I intend to do. What I normally do, for those of you who are new to the channel, don't forget to stick a thumbs up if you like what I've said so far already. And for those of you who don't really know me, and I'm an author and a writer, and a lot of my work is inspirational, and I thought, yeah, let me just start sharing it on video. What I do, my kind of inspirational slant on things and on life. And if you haven't watched the previous episodes, please go back and do so, because I think as we journey along, we're kind of getting to know each other more and more. And don't forget to give me your feedback and so on. It's always valued and appreciated. And I feel as part of this process, I'm kind of sharing a bit more of myself more and more. And that is not an easy thing to do when you've kind of been in your own bubble of writing. But I've kind of made a decision that I need to kind of be more out there about what I have to say and what I intend to do. And a major part of doing this is to use my knowledge and wisdom to get it out there to others, to motivate and inspire. And at the same time, I feel I get a lot of value out of it by making myself available in this way. And it's so easy if you're a writer to just focus on your writing, which is what I've done for years. But at the same time, I just thought, not everybody reads books, and in this day and age, even using audio, there's so many people out there that I can kind of get to touch in a way that I can't always do so in books. And such is the modern age and the way things are kind of growing, that video is so powerful now, and audio as well is powerful as part of sharing the listening experience. And I thought, you know what, I'm missing out on that, and I want to be a part of it. And it wasn't an easy decision, because me putting myself out there on video is not one of the easiest things I've ever done. So yeah, I may kind of make a few mistakes here and there, but what I thought I would do is give it a go, give it a try, and step out of my comfort zone, which is something that I would encourage everyone to do. And those of you who've been watching the channel, in the past I spoke about how I've kind of held myself back in many ways, and so what I'm sharing with you helps me as well. It helps me recognize I'm not perfect, and that I have flaws in things that I do. Sometimes I only kind of discover what I should have done weeks or months later, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, because hey, we're all human after all, aren't we? So I try to be open about my experiences in sharing those with you, and no doubt you will let me learn or hear more about your experiences, and the more I get to share what I do through my writings, the more you get to, you know, understand what you can get out of them and how you can define, change or evolve as a person. So there we go. I always like to give a little ramble, don't I, at the beginning? Forgive me for that, but it's just like not so much an icebreaker, but just a way of kind of feeling settled and comfortable. I'll be like talking to you as if you were sitting in front of me or sitting on my sofa or something like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoy what comes out of today's what do they call it? Today's episode. Today's episode. Yes, so a lot of what I'm going through in this series is just taking passages that have come through in my writings. I do channel writing, automatic writing, and for those of you who might not know much about that, you know, I kind of will share more about that aspect of my writing, you know, as we go along. But needless to say, I'm taking passages from those writings. This particular series that I'm taking the passages from is called sort of, just want to make sure that I get it right because it's quite a long title, Inspirational Photo Quotes for Your Soul. And at the moment, I haven't actually put them up, but I will do. And as we get into, you know, more, you can download it and have a read, and maybe you'll spot the ones that I've picked, and you might even, you know, feel like you can give me feedback on the ones you preferred or something like that, you know, and they will have audio on them. So although what I'm going to tell you now is not what is said in each passage, because it's kind of like my immediate interpretation one-on-one, you know, as I said, with all my work, you might actually have your own interpretation from what you read. And as always, I encourage you, when you read my work, to look at the deeper meanings. As I've always said this, and even in my books, I've said this, is like, you can read them as just words, but you can also tap into deeper meanings. That's why this channeled work, I feel it is extraordinary what comes through, and sharing that with you is great. And sharing it is not just, oh, these are written words, just read them. It's sharing it on a level where, on a soulful level, because as you know, my work is all soulful. Some people call me the soul whisperer because it's like all soulful stuff. But what I'm trying to get you to do, as sort of someone who's tuning in or listening in, is to see things from a more soulful standpoint. It's early days yet, so you might be thinking, what's she talking about, all this soulful stuff, you know, that's not really for me. But, you know, even on a surface level, just be open to going a little deeper within yourself and seeing if you can tap in to some of those powerful resources that you have and that you can make use of to better your life, to improve your circumstances, and basically improve everything around you. Because as we've spoken about in the past, if you work on yourself, it's going to affect everything that is around you. So, you know, let's talk about this one today. Now, this one that I chose is called My Intentions, and it says, I realize nothing will be achieved without my intention to achieve it. With this thought, my intentions are clear. And I feel with this passage, what it's trying to encourage you to do is several things. One is to affirm that your intentions are clear. Okay, they may not be clear yet, but you know, we're going to get to that. But that's one of the things I think this passage is trying to motivate and inspire you to do, is get those intentions you have or want, make sure that they are clear. Now that's at the latter part. In the beginning part, it says, nothing will be achieved without my intention to achieve it. Now, we've talked a lot about, you know, having clarity and also focusing on your pathway, things like that. But intent, having an intention is just as a powerful kind of, I don't know how to describe it, maybe a goal, maybe it's a kind of a goal, but to have an intention is like getting you halfway there to wherever it is you're aiming to be, or wherever it is you want to be, or whatever it is you want to do, without intention. In other words, you want something, but you have no intention. How is it possible that it can manifest for you if you yourself do not have an intent to do it or achieve it, or to make it happen in any way? You know, how does the universe bring it to you if there's no intention there? You may say, well, you know, I have goals, I have da-da, I have da-da, you know, you may have a lot of things that you're aspiring to, but intention is a powerful thing, because when you intend something, it's almost as if you feel it, and feeling something is almost even more powerful than wishing it. To feel it is to kind of overstep that idea of, you know, I wish. And intention is powerful. It's almost that kind of resonates with the sort of feeling that I intend to do this. You know, this is my intention, this is your will, this is my intent. And having an intention is very powerful. It may not be the sole thing you need to get you from A to B or get you where you want to go, but it is a powerful motivator or pathway to take in terms of how you see yourself, or how you see something manifesting in your life or manifesting for you. So I love the way the passage says, because in a way there is truth to it, that nothing will be achieved without your intention to achieve it. And, you know, it's kind of harsh when you think about it, like, oh my gosh, so what I want isn't going to happen. It can, of course, but the passage is saying, without your intention, it's going to be unachievable. You may not have considered your intentions as being part of a formula to success, or part of a formula to achieving something. And, you know, we talk about goals, we talk about will, we talk about, you know, a determination. But having an intent or intending something, I would say, is not really spoken about that much, but it is important. And perhaps today, in choosing this passage, it's good that we're talking about it, because, you know, without your intentions, you could be operating blind. It could be the missing key to what you want to achieve, what is slowing you down, or what you found you were unable to achieve. This could be part of a missing key. And the reason I say it, because I know that you have to incorporate other things like action and goals and, you know, determination and things like that. They're also important factors. But intent, I kind of link it very closely to having a feeling. And when you have a feeling about achieving something, I think it's even more powerful than the wish or the thought to achieve it, you know. So that's kind of where I'm coming across today is, you know, this intent or intention kind of forces you to accompany that desire and that intent with a sense of feeling about this thing that you want to do or you want to achieve, you know. And we can intend things but not do anything about them. It's a bit like setting some goals which you never kind of work towards. And I think today, if you can really hone in on the fact that whatever you are trying to achieve, make sure that that intention and that feeling is also supporting that process. That, you know, I feel if you just say, oh, I wish I could, or I want, you know, those are like, I want is powerful, and I wish is also powerful when you're sending that energy out, on, you know, like, you know, on a universal level, saying I want or I wish, you know, it's going to happen, it's going to come to you. But intention, if you intend it, that's kind of a very powerful statement to give yourself or have within yourself, that's basically saying, this is more than a wish. I intend it because it feels to me like a powerful connection that you want to manifest for you. So I don't know, you may disagree, I'm not sure, but obviously let me know. But I definitely feel intentions and your feelings to intend something are closely linked, and the feeling aspect of things is very powerful. For example, you might say, oh, I wish to have a brand new car, and you might say, yeah, like I really want that and I really wish it, and you may set some goals and things like that to make a kind of a beeline for that to happen for you so that you can get it. But at the same time, if you can sort of intend it and feel yourself driving that car, or feel yourself in it, smelling the interior, you know, it's all that kind of extra stuff that just makes it more powerful than it being a wish or a desire. That intention is like the reality of owning it, or the reality of having it, or it just puts a kind of a twist on the realistic aspect of your desire or your wish. I don't know, that's what it feels like to me. But you might think differently. You might say, you know, I can just intend it. It doesn't, you don't feel it might link in with the feeling, but I feel it does. And my kind of talk to you today would be, if you don't feel it does, maybe implement that aspect into what you want or what you intend to do. Maybe linking that feeling aspect to it, because I think that would make your desire to achieve something even more powerful than it is. Even if you're doing the action, even if you've got the goals there, even if you've, you know, even if you've got the determination and you think, I'm never going to give up, that is fantastic. Keep that going, but also intend it within your heart and within your soul. You knew I was going to use that soul word, didn't you? I can't help it. I really can't. I love, you know, sort of encouraging others to see things and do things on a soulful level. So I'm not going to be able to stop myself using those words or incorporating some of what I say around that, because I really do want you to learn these powerful abilities and tap into them, because they just, I don't know, take you into a new zone. But I can't kind of push you into it straight away. Like, I need to give you more background into what I perceive the soul to be through my writings, what came through about the soul and what I perceive it to be. Now that I've written all these writings, you know, I can tell you I knew nothing until I did these channeled writings, and kind of I'll tell you more about this later, but as part of my journey, I suddenly realized that a lot of my work had a lot to do with the soul. But when they were being written or channeled to me, I didn't know that. I didn't, you know, I had no idea what a lot of this was. But, you know, as time went on, I began to realize that a lot of these writings are coming in not just on a soulful level, but they're kind of targeted to your soul, to kind of talking to your soul and incorporating the soul into your powerhouse of who you are as a person. So definitely I'll talk more about that. But do you remember not yesterday, but in the previous episode, well, it was yesterday actually, I said, remind me to talk about why I started to reflect on my passages. And I had to write that down so I didn't forget to kind of tell you about that. But quickly, what happened was, I've written a lot, you know, I've written a lot of this type of material. And someone said to me, listen, why don't you do a daily inspiration for people, you know, via email? At the time, that was the in thing. I mean, now I'd probably be better off doing an app, which I'd love to do, but I'm getting there. But at the time, it was, you know, email. So not a lot of people like to subscribe to email now, which is a shame, because I did put a lot of effort into my email list. Now, essentially what it was I thought to myself, I've got all these writings, a bit like the ones that I've been sharing with you, but you know, just putting that up daily may not be enough, because people just read it and they won't see any deeper meaning, which is kind of the thing that I wanted people to do. And, you know, I want you to kind of get into that or understand it. But for now, yeah, I decided, at the time anyway, I decided that I need to take a closer look at these. I need to, you know, reflect on them, get further insight on them. They're not just words. Well, they are, but because of the way they've been written, I have to perceive them that they came from a deeper place. And although they are words, I believe, and I see it all the time, that they have deeper meanings. So I reflected on it a lot, and then insights and deeper meanings started to come through. And, you know, in a way, if I was to write down what I'm chatting to you about today, that is a reflection or insight. And working on that email list is how all of this started. And, you know, every passage that is in the email, I did up to 365, so they can support you throughout a whole year if you wanted to. If you were interested in getting those, then, you know, feel free to sign up to them. But each one I gave a reflection and an insight. And, you know, this is why this series that I'm doing with you, I'm kind of reading it and giving you an insight into the passage, is something I'm kind of doing for you, from sharing my knowledge and wisdom and all that I've learnt. But the key would be for you to read my work and start to get your own insights and reflections on a particular passage. And you know what I've done in my Soulful Pathway series? I've left a little note section underneath. So if, I don't know if you get it on Kindle or you get it in actual, there's a space there for you to kind of tap in to the processes I give in the books. But as we're talking one-on-one, I'm kind of encouraging you to be able to tap into the deeper meaning. So, you know, you're gonna find a way, some way, somehow, to get across or reflect on your own stuff as well as what I'm sharing with you. That's what I'd love you to do. Reflect on your own stuff, because, you know, I'm supporting you to empower you, but isn't it great when you can empower yourself? And, you know, when you read writings that you can view, not just read the words and say, yeah, I get it, or yeah, that was the, but you can really delve into it and say, what are the deeper meanings here? What is this passage trying to tell me? I can say what I perceive it is trying to tell you, but you may perceive it or see it in a different way or a different light. So getting that feedback from you would be fantastic. But yeah, this is what I'm aiming for. Getting you to see the deeper meaning behind things and to remind you of those deeper meanings, so that you empower yourself, so that you give yourself more ammunition to go out there, to succeed, to do well, to achieve your goals, and to, you know, basically get on your path and destiny in the best way that you can, or in your own way, I guess. You know, I can sit here and share and talk about so many things, but the key is for you to make them happen in your life. You know, I take care of what's going on in mine, but you are empowered to take care of what's going on in yours. And even if I share what's going on in mine, and I can share the nuggets of what you can use, ultimately you will need to use them in your own way. And that's what I want to empower you with, to use them in your own way, to, I don't know, to help change the dynamics of what's going on in your life, or what's happening in your life, and what you want to achieve and what you want to do. So there we go. So definitely a powerful one, intention. And, you know, nothing will be achieved without my intention to achieve it. You get that now. You're beginning to get what this is all about intention, and that powerful feeling to intend. And with this thought and kind of with this understanding, bam, my intentions are clear. It's basically saying, now I understand what my intentions are or need to be. I'm getting more and more clarity about how it will be achieved. And, you know, clarity is that real key thing that will take you from A to B, not A, Z, B, C, D, F. You know, it will take you A to B. Your intentions are clear. And yeah, great. I hope that will help you hone in on what your intentions are. I hope that will give you some more clarity on what you are going to be doing moving forward. Make your intentions count. Feel that intent. That's the powerful thing. Feel it. Really feel it. You know, if you want the house, or you want the this, or you want the whatever it is, love, you know, more support from your family, whatever it is, begin to feel that intention. You know, shut your eyes, feel it, and it's going to manifest. So take that one with you today. Hope you will use that to support you throughout your day. Hope you will feel better by knowing this knowledge and applying it in your life in your own way. Definitely, I love giving you guidance, and I love sharing the guidance and wisdom to move you on the right path. But ultimately, I have to leave it in your hands to make it happen for you. And let me know if it's happening for you. Let me know if what I've shared is working for you in the way I felt it's worked for me, or the way I feel I want to share it to make sure it works for you. So there we go. So I'll wrap up today. If I can get it within 30. I don't think I made it, but still, you know, I don't want to rattle on too long. You're busy, you have lots to do in your life. I'm just glad you're giving me a little window to share my work and my experiences and little sort of niggly little bits that I hope will come together for you and support you and see you through out your day. So yeah, so if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You know, if you like my content, stick a thumbs up, you know, like, you know, if you feel someone else needs to know this and may not be aware of the channel, share it, share the content, you know, help them as well. Let's make this kind of an ongoing thing that will have not just a short-term value but a long-term value. And as I always say, if you really do want to support me that little bit extra, check out my Patreon page. I'll leave details in the description below, and always feel free to share your comments. They will be appreciated, and I'll definitely be answering them and taking on board everything you say, and also taking on board what direction you like me to go in, or if you prefer me to stay on this kind of direction that I'm going in my own way, and you're happy to go along and amble along with that, then I'll carry on. And if you want more deeper stuff, let me know, and yep, I'll kind of start incorporating that in as well, so so that you kind of enjoy it and you feel you're getting more and more out of it. And as I said, that's a pleasure to do. And you know, thanks for supporting me, and you know, in any way, just either being a part of this channel, or even if you do end up supporting me on and being a patron, you know, thank you for everything that you're doing from your end to support me on this journey, because I will make sure I give you more. And with your support, we can't go wrong, obviously. So thanks so much. So yeah, let's look forward to tomorrow. Have a great day. Feel enthusiastic, feel positive. Understand that everything can be overcome and achieved today, regardless of what it is, and make those intentions count, and they will help you achieve whatever it is you're aiming to achieve. So I love and leave you for now. Love and hugs. Have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.